What's going on, people? Ben here from Bateman Talks Tottenham, back with another video of my dad, Paul.
Hi.
Back with our usual background today as we're back from holiday. But moving on to the news for today, where Dan Kilpatrick has said that Spurs will be assessing if Christian Romero has a proper concussion and whether he will have to be filed for concussion legally, and that will mean he would be out for 6 days of action. So that would be quite tight as to if he's able to play in the Man United game. Obviously, we want full player safety and welfare to be exercised, but at the same time, we really want to see him against Man United, don't we?
Yeah, and I think he felt he was okay, of course.
But it was visible when he scored that header.
Absolutely.
That something was up. So there clearly is something there. Let's just hope it's not serious enough. Well, they feel the need to do that. But Dan Kilpatrick also said, in positive news, that Spurs are expected to make a move for Gift Orban in the next week. I mean, that's great news to hear from some of the videos we've seen of him, isn't it?
Yeah, very exciting player. Amazing goal scorers. I mean, just,
That halfway line chip as well.
Cheeky chip from the halfway line, yeah. Didn't quite make it, but very impressive.
And there's rumours of it being around 35 million euros/pounds. It'd be interesting to see. Obviously, a player of his age as well, add on a bit more money to it, wouldn't it? With the potential future prospect of him. Well, moving on to Alistair Gold, who's published a big article today talking about various things about the game. For example, apparently Fabio Paratici is still heavily involved on a consultancy basis and was at the game yesterday and was a key factor in the Alejo Velis deal, which is interesting, isn't it?
Yes, didn't know that.
And also he was involved in the Vicario deal, which I guess makes a little bit more sense with the Italian links.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that he's still quite involved, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it's all very unofficial because he's banned, isn't he?
Yeah, well, I guess they can't do much of a consultancy basis, can they, when he's not got a official job title at the club. But moving on, Ali Gold also said that apparently Tonga Ndombele was given a chance by Postecoglou in pre-season, and as pre-season's gone on, he's become unimpressed with his timekeeping, which isn't great, and his general attitude, which is something we've always heard labelled as Ndombele, which is a shame to hear, really, isn't it?
It is a shame.
Unsurprising.
Because from what little bit he did, he was doing well, and one hoped that he would get back in the good books. But I think Ange is not probably an easy person to please, and if you displease him, you'll find out.
Yeah, well, we've said it countless times, but it's such a shame, isn't it, with the waste of talent.
Yeah.
Him not being...
And money.
Yeah, well, yeah, and money, and the wages as well. I think that's going to be a big issue, Spurs trying to get rid of him. There's been links to Galatasaray, but supposedly he's not that interested in moving to Turkey. I think, like we said, the wages is going to be quite an issue when he's on 200 grand a week. to get rid of it, I mean, what a waste of money, really, isn't it? But I guess there's not much we can do about that now.
No, wait and see.
Moving on to Eric Dier, where supposedly he wants to stay at Spurs this season. However, Ange does want another centre-back, and obviously Dier wasn't in the squad at the weekend, but supposedly if he falls further down the pecking order, that he may change his ideas on wanting to stay, which I guess you can also understand with the Euros coming up in the summer.
Yeah.
Southgate likes him, so...
Yes, he does. Well, he's got to fight for his place.
Yeah,
basically. And,
I think the problem is he's not really quick enough for Ange's system, is he?
That's right.
And he's not comfortable enough on the ball, so really he doesn't really work, unfortunately for him. So my prediction is he'll probably still stick around because more people like Tanganga will probably go. Obviously, Rodon's already gone, so I can see Dier sticking around, but he just won't play much of a part this season. And then finally, in Ali Gold's report, he also said how Eberichai Eze is very much appreciated by Spurs, but that would be a big money move that we'll see if that happens or not. And that Spurs are considering a move for Ivan Toney in January. That sounds good to me.
Yeah, very good.
With Richarlison not firing yet. Obviously, Richarlison needs a bit more time, but if you offered me Ivan Toney, I would definitely take that.
Yeah, and competition makes people
exactly.
play better.
And obviously there's Sonny that can play up front as well. It'd be interesting to see if Sonny does at some point. I'm not sure he will straight away, but I think he will at some point this season. Particularly with Perisic potentially playing left wing and how impressive he's looked.
And I hope Solomon gets a look into.
Yeah, I'm sure people like Solomon and Lo Celso might have if they'd filled in that concussion sub correctly. Supposedly Ange couldn't make more subs because they hadn't filed correct paperwork for a concussion sub, so he could only make subs at 3 intervals,
Right.
the Brentford game. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But anyways, thank you all for watching another video. Me and my dad Paul, Bateman Talks Tottenham. I'll be on Harry Scarf's show later on Scarfy Spurs Talk, so don't forget to catch that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, come on you Spurs!